Dricus Du Plessis vs Khamzat Chimaev, one of the most anticipated fights in the UFC of 2025. Basically, everyone thinks this fight might just be a contender for Fight of the Year. I am extremely hyped about this fight, but honestly, this is probably going to be a boring fight. Just hear me out. Let's rewind back to UFC 313. The main event was Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev for the light heavyweight title. The hype around this fight was just massive. I mean, Alex was on just a domination streak in the light heavyweight division. He was basically beating every single light heavyweight and making it look easy. Now maybe it was just me, but with this fight against Magomed Ankalaev, I found it honestly quite boring. Although Magomed won, it wasn't like he dominated Alex Pereira. Don't get me wrong, Alex's performance was quite bad that day. Personally, I think the moment was just too big for him since everyone thought he would lose against this wrestler. And then Magomed didn't even wrestle. But it wasn't like Magomed completely destroyed Alex Pereira. And this is a great example of a massive amount of hype, but in reality, when two highly skilled fighters meet in the octagon and it has this amount of hype behind it, usually it's not the typical Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje type of performance that we all like. Hype does not always mean fantastic, entertaining, great fight. But now you might be saying, Punchy Panda, that is just one example. Well, let me give you another one. Also in 2025, another fight that had really big hype was actually a fight night fight. Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Rountree. After we saw Khalil's great performance against Alex Pereira at UFC 307, it just made so much sense to put him against Jamahal Hill. Alex Pereira knocked out both Jamahal and Khalil Rountree, so it just makes sense, put them against each other. And although I think this fight was actually way better than Magomed versus Alex Pereira, it still was really just basic. Once again, don't get me wrong, Khalil Rountree 100% won the fight. But it almost felt like Jamahal was just not doing much. But it wasn't the magical fight that you'd kind of expect with two big names like Jamahal Hill and Khalil Rountree fighting each other. Now let's get back to the point. Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. Guys, you can probably see from my accent, I am a South African. I do think Dricus is gonna win this fight, but of course I am biased. But I don't think he's gonna win in the way that most people think he's gonna win. I've watched a ton of analysis videos on this fight, and it seems like most people think one of two things are gonna happen. Khamzat will submit Dricus in the first or second round. If it gets to the third round, Dricus will just destroy Khamzat and, win the fight. But here's my reason on why I think it will probably not play out that way. Dricus is an absolute beast on the floor. So even if Khamzat gets him to the floor, I don't think it will just be an easy situation where Khamzat just submits Dricus easily. Have you not seen the video of Dricus fighting like an entire club of jiu-jitsu guys and submitting them all? Now the other side of the coin is, Khamzat knows, because everyone's telling him, that Dricus has better cardio than him. Khamzat is not a dumb guy. He knows how to fight. So he is 100% preparing for Dricus's cardio. I've seen numerous videos online of him putting in the extra time in his cardio. He even hired some specialized coach, Sam Calavida, I think, who's apparently a big name and is known for pushing guys to the limit or something like that. But regardless, he is putting the time in to get better at cardio. So I also don't think it's a scenario of after round 3, Khamzat will just kind of give up and let Dricus win. Now, is there a chance that this fight ends up in a knockout or a submission or something like that? Of course, these two guys are intense fighters. Anything can happen, and whoever says they can predict it, they probably are just guessing, like I am in this video. But honestly, if I had to put my money on it, I personally think this fight will probably go the 5 rounds and go to a decision, which I think Dricus will win. Both of these guys are in their prime. They are extremely highly skilled with great fight IQ fighters. And that's why I think it's probably going to be a decision win. For the sake of entertainment though, 100% I hope Dricus knocks out Khamzat. I don't know how my heart will not be able to take the moment if Khamzat submits Dricus, but that won't happen. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy and what you think will happen in this fight. Thanks for watching.